don't like the feeling that I'm feeling where I can't come on here and spaz the way that I'm usually spazzing on guys like these, bruh. So I want to know how it makes the Colorado players feel. I want to know how you guys feel out there where we can't back y'all up like we used to with confidence with guys like these talking that smack. Buff Nation, what up? BWBs, all my bandwagon buffs was happening. It's getting really hard to defend these Colorado Buffaloes. We're going to talk about that in this video. Roll the intro, Harry B. Let's go.
BWB, bandwagon buffs,
that's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick, so that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. I had to take the hat off because I want you to see my gray hair. Getting a lot of gray hair nowadays. Defending these Colorado Buffaloes is getting much harder day by day. The hype has pretty much died down. I think it's a good thing, to tell you the truth, because now we can focus on some type of football. But gone are the days where you can defend Colorado in these here streets without catching strays and without somebody looking at you sideways. There are a couple of reasons why this is getting harder. I want to take my time to articulate that in this video. Let me play a couple of clips. Let's put this in context.
You know, they came out with that attitude as they were on top of the world, and this ain't no Cinderella story, so we coming for revenge.
Yeah, they came out with that attitude and thought it was going to be a cakewalk. They saw the reports, 27.5 points or whatever it was, and they got a rude awakening real quick. And I think it goes to show that the hype, the media train, all that, it only gets you so far. At the end of the day, you have to line up 11 guys against our 11 guys, and we'll find out who wants it more, and we'll see how far Instagram followers gets them.
We all came here to play football, so at the end of the day, the millions of followers and fans that they then produced and got, and celebrities that then jumped on their side because of who Deion Sanders is, at the end of the day, Deion Sanders ain't playing.
Bruh, prior to the Nebraska game, we, the creators of Colorado, we, the fan base out here, we will eat these guys up. We will, I mean, I'm telling you, bruh. But now when you hear these type of comments, when you hear them saying this type of things, you don't immediately jump like I used to and get that feeling in your stomach, like that fire in your stomach that you about to get at them like right away. You got to be now cautious because now you're coming off of the Nebraska linebacker that said what he said. Prior to the Nebraska game, this statement right here, we were all over it. Let me play the statement to remind you.
Yeah, just basically Dylan helped in the sense that, like, you know, I mean, he could throw and Shador can throw, but Dylan could throw too.
Yeah, you can't compare Dylan to Shador Sanders. Don't do that. That's Dylan is a different man. What he played, what he go out there and attack.
How are they different?
Just Dylan is a dog. You know that. You'll see on Saturday.
Colorado made him look like he was right on what he said. The way that Colorado played Nebraska was horrible. So we're coming off of that, and then we're hearing this. Now we got to be cautious. Not that we can't go in if we want to go in, but now I don't like the feeling that I'm feeling where I can't come on here and spaz the way that I'm usually spazzing on guys like these, bruh. So I want to know how it makes the Colorado players feel. I want to know how you guys feel out there where we can't back y'all up like we used to with confidence with guys like these talking that smack. How does that make y'all feel? If you don't get that fire in your belly when you show up on that field, humble, don't say nothing, don't dance, don't look around, walk straight to the sideline and be ready to play Colorado football. Like, I'm telling you, I don't want to see Travis Hunter dancing with the fans. I don't want to see Shador doing none of this. Just go straight quietly to the sidelines and have that look in your eyes like we about to smoke y'all. That's what I'm willing to see. And then show up and give them 50 in the first half. Colorado needs to show up in this game and let these guys know that, you know what time it is. Forget about the podcast. Forget about well-off media. Forget about interviews, commercials, anything you're doing. And show these guys who you are. Because it is getting very hard out here in these streets defending y'all. Everybody can say this now. God forbid you go out and lose this game. It's over. I'm telling you, it's over. Colorado goes out and lose to Colorado State in the manner that it lost to Nebraska, and it's over. It's sad that I have to say this because right now, these type of guys right here, they're right. It's open season on Colorado. Everybody's feeling it now. All that talk that we were doing and the fan base talking, all that stuff that we were saying, it feels like these guys are right. You can't go out there and win it by one. Colorado goes out there and win this game, it'll be okay. But Colorado has to win in good fashion. These guys cannot come away with no moral victory away from that game. I'm telling you, Colorado players, please hear me out. Colorado State cannot walk away with a moral victory on Saturday. You got to put your foot on these guys' necks and let them know that smack they're talking, you about to answer them. But at this point, we can't blame them. We can't blame these guys anymore. We cannot blame these guys for talking. And from here on out, it's going to get worse. Everybody's going to be talking. Baylor's going to come with theirs, depending on how they're coached. We already know how Jay Norvell does. He's probably been pumping his guys' heads up, getting them ready to embarrass Colorado. Hey, you're going to be on TV. We were on TV like Texas. You're going to be on national television. Show these guys who we are. Let's beat them this year just like Nebraska beat them. And they're going to show up and they're going to smack Shador. Let's keep in mind that Shador is injured. If these guys come out and smack us in the mouth, but Colorado ends up winning the game, it'll be the same effect as Colorado losing. This is where we are right now. We started with this right here.
Yeah, you can't compare Dylan to Shador Sanders. Don't do that. That's Dylan is a different man. What he played. Just Dylan is a god. Just know that. You'll see on Saturday.
And now we have this.
Goes to show that the hype, the media train, all that, it only gets you so far. At the end of the day, you have to line up 11 guys against our 11 guys, and we'll find out who wants it more, and we'll see how far Instagram followers gets them.
We all came here to play football. So at the end of the day, the millions of followers and fans that they then produced and got and celebrities that then jumped on their side because of who Deion Sanders is, at the end of the day, Deion Sanders ain't playing.
Deion Sanders is not playing. You guys are playing. Your players are playing. Deion Sanders can hype this team as much as he wants to hype this team. But young men, Deion Sanders, Coach Prime is not playing. Y'all are. And these dudes and everybody else has the right to say what they're going to say now. It's getting very hard out here in these streets. And for anybody that's going to blame me by, oh, you never were a Colorado fan, you were just riding, blah, 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 save your talk and save your nonsense. Because this is what I've been consistently saying the entire time. I've said this before. Colorado needs to be respected in these here football streets. If Colorado goes out and plays sound football on both sides of the ball, Colorado will get respect. You can keep your media hype. You can keep all of the talks, the celebrities. All of that would be fine. Nobody would care. If you're playing sound football and you still lose, people will still respect you. But the reason why they're coming out and they're saying whatever they want to say now, and they're doing whatever they want to do now, and they're looking like they're all right, it's because you're being dominated. It's because your coaches are standing on the sideline looking lost in situations when you got the announcer saying there's 22 seconds left on the clock and they should be calling a timeout. And we don't call a timeout till there's like almost single-digit numbers left on the clock before we call the timeout. We're looking flustered. We're looking like we don't know what we're doing. We have poor game management. We have poor scheming. We're making changes, but it looks like the same thing is being called the entire time, and we have no answers. All of that's happening. Colorado's looking very silly out here doing these games. I've been consistently saying this, that Colorado needs to play sound football to get respect. The wins and losses will handle itself, but if Colorado comes out and competes, the fan base, us, the guys that come out here and we've been defending, no matter what we've been defending, we will do our part. We're just an extension of what you're doing out there, guys. But it makes our job very hard to do when you go out there and you have such a poor performance. All we're asking you to do is show up against these guys. We're not asking for much. We're not asking you to win and dominate every game. We're just saying show up. The offense got to show up at the same time the defense shows up. The defense can't be playing and the offense takes a break. The offense can't be playing and the defense is taking a break. It's the same thing since last year. Both sides of the ball does not show up to play football at the same time. There's always somebody taking a break. Maybe the offense is going to show up in the CSU game and the defense that's not going to show up. The offense is going to be putting up scores and the defense is going to be allowing a lot of yards and scores. It's going to be a shootout. You're giving these guys confidence. God forbid they come out and dominate us and get ranked. Look, my gray hair. I'm usually with a hat on. I said, forget the hat today. Let me show them today all the gray hair that Colorado's giving me. We want our team to compete. We want our coaches to put our team in better positions to compete. It's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of scheming to make this happen. Do we have the best offensive line in the Big 12? No, we don't. But do we have the worst offensive line in the Big 12? No, we don't. We got to play football the way football is meant to be played. We got to be balanced. The game plan cannot be abandon the run if it's not working. It can't be. And unfortunately, that's what it's always been since last year and this year, 2 games in. Abandon the run as soon as it's not working. We try it once or twice, like literally once or twice. If it doesn't work, abandon the run, go straight to the throw. That's what it's been. We're going to try the run haphazardly, right? Shador doing these weak handoffs, not hiding the ball, not doing anything. He's showing the ball to everybody. Here you go. We're running the ball. And that's our run. That would suffice as a run. Like, you guys go back and you watch tape. And Shador doing this and just like, here, run the ball, whatever, we're running. Oh, okay, the fan base want us to run, so here, run the ball. Okay, y'all happy now we ran? Y'all happy? Y'all see what we did? We ran the ball, it didn't work. Now, you happy now? Can we get back to throwing? If that's the case, if that's our attitude towards running the ball, then we're not interested in running the ball. If we don't come out and say, okay, let's put a blocker over here, let's put another blocker over here, let's come down on center instead of all the way back, and let's design a run scheme that is going to give us a chance to block for this guy so he can find a way to run this ball. We can't just depend on the best runners, all right? We don't have a Bo Jackson, and we don't have a Barry Sanders. We don't have those guys. So the guys that we have, let's put them in a better position to be able to run the ball and let them do what we know that they are capable of doing. That's what has to happen for Colorado to show us, at least the fan base, we deserve it. Trust me, we do. To show us that they mean business and that at least they're competing. The only thing we're asking for as a fan base is that our team competes. That's all we're asking for. We're not asking for an undefeated season. I'm not asking for an undefeated season. We're not asking for y'all to, dominate every single time you go out there. The only thing that I'm asking for and that a lot of us here are asking for is that you show up. Both sides of that ball shows up. The offense shows up, the defense shows up, and you got to compete all the way till you see 0-0 and everybody on that team competing. Not some people throwing their hands up on the sidelines. You see guys looking like this. On the sidelines, you see guys sitting like this. I saw that during the game. Guys sitting like this. Guys looking dejected. Guys looking that they already signed their transfer portal forms. Guys looking like they're already on other teams. They're on vacation or they're not even on the team anymore. Something ain't right. People that are not getting playing time are not part of the team in there thinking that, my time could be up. They're just dejected. They're just looking like they're spaced out. They're not even on there anymore. It feels like there's favoritism going on where guys feel like, okay, you got your boys playing. It's a Travis Hunter and Shador show. So y'all go ahead. Y'all go do your thing. Guys on the sideline don't feel like they're part of the team. They don't feel like part of the environment. So why should they try to help the team in any untangible way where they're out there cheering for their team because they're feeling some kind of way and we can see it ourselves. I can see it with my own eyes that some of these guys feel like, well, you got your boys that you talk to, that you help, that you try to push out there when the game is tough. You don't look at none of us and we're just here. We're just pawns in your bigger scheme to make sure that Shiloh, Shador, and Travis, to make sure that they're good and their numbers are good and the rest of us are just here to just be the extras in your movie. That's what we're seeing out here. That is what is going on that sidelines. When you look at those guys' body language, it looks like a bunch of extras in the movie of 3. I'm telling you, we'll see how Colorado responds. We're not looking for Colorado to dominate, but how you respond is important in this game. Something in my gut tells me that Colorado does not have to win this game, but if Colorado comes out and play their hearts out, if they lose by 3 points or they just lose by 1 point, I feel like if Colorado comes out and dominate in the areas that they need to dominate in and then happen to lose, I feel like they'll get some respect back. I feel like those 2 guys that were talking from Colorado State, I feel like at the end of the game, if Colorado shows up like that, those guys will be on the sideline shaking Colorado's hands. I bet you that's what a lot of people are looking for. And for those of you who are just going to say, well, Harry B, this is our team regardless of, and you're a hater and we always knew this is how you're going to be. You're thinking what I'm thinking, and you know it. This is still my team, and I'm still going to root for this team. And I know that if the coaches show up, I know if the coaches have a game plan, oh man, a running game plan, I know that this team can dominate. That I can say with a straight face. I know that we are more talented than Colorado State. And I want to say congratulations to Robert Livingston for being the new guy that nobody trusted. And he's shown up. He has been showing like the best part of that team. That's where Robert Livingston has been showing that he's the best part of that team on how he schemes and how he prepares for game day. because he's been showing up. He's done it twice already. The offense showed up once, but the defense did show up twice, and they've been balling. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it right there, and I'll see you. Get it? See you on the next video. Okay? Boom.